I'm Catherine Ballantyne, a partner at Madgwicks Lawyers. Today's case update is actually a really interesting one that has come out of the Canadian tax courts. Now, I don't profess to be an expert in Canadian tax law, but I thought this one was very interesting and could be applied to Australian law. Um, in this case involves the founder of Cirque de Soleil. Back in 2009, he engaged a private space travel firm to take him to the International Space Station for 12 days, which, amazing. The cost was $42 million and it was paid for by one of the Cirque du Soleil corporations in their corporate group. He also involved a charity of which he was a founder and that Cirque du Soleil had significant ties to. So while he was up in the space station, he cited poetry, he filmed for a documentary he was making, and I think that was associated with the charity. He did a live stream for the charity and he did a whole heap of stuff mentioning Cirque du Soleil and in particular this charity. When it came before the courts, the court had to decide, was this a business expense or a personal expense? The court basically found overwhelmingly it was a personal expense. Regardless of the fact he mentioned Cirque du Soleil to some extent, he mentioned the charity where he was up there, he did a live stream, etc. The courts found that, look, it was a long-held dream of his to go into space, and they allowed a small deduction for business expense, but predominantly it really was a personal expense, a personal decision, and a personal holiday, for want of a better term. Now, for most corporations, you're not going to have to decide whether space travel is a personal or a business expense. But how it applies here is basically in relation to how companies make decisions and how you as a director or a board member or a board or committee member, even on a not-for-profit, make decisions. Every decision you make should be in the best interest of your organisation. It may also have the benefit of being in your best interests, of course, but if those two do not align and it's not in the best interest of the corporation really shouldn't be paying for it. So you have to have a look at every decision you make and put your hat on as to what is the best interest of the company as opposed to what is in your own personal interest. I hope that case update was helpful. Thank you.